Oh, that's a high-level game. That's a big-time game. They don't get too much better than that. The kids on both teams, every possession was good. I mean, if you scored, you beat good defense. If you didn't score, good defense beat you. And every possession was high level. Obviously, I'm proud of my team. With Traynot, the recovery. It's been a tumultuous week for us. You know, starting with Zion getting hurt at Florida State and not playing. We've played 125 minutes in the last 3 games, and 18 of them we've had our starters. And so to play, almost beat Syracuse and be right there, win these 2 games, it's a heck of a thing for our kids. And our defense was excellent. We did a lot of switching tonight. And then we were able to move their defense enough, just enough, not every time, to get some driving lanes. And we won. So, I mean, they could have won them. We did, but that was really high level, really well efficient. The crowd was great. It was really a classy, great game. And again, we're ecstatic that we won it. Any questions?
Coach, what did you learn about your guys tonight?
I think I just said it. They could play every possession at a high level, and they really adjusted to a little bit different defense and a little bit different thing we did offensively, and they reacted out of every timeout to what we wanted. If we put in a different set or defense or whatever, the communication was excellent. So they played as good a team in the country tonight. Obviously we played them at home, and we're able to come out on top.
How close was Trent to playing tonight?
No, he's not. I don't know that. No, but he wasn't going to play. We made that decision yesterday. He just doesn't have enough movement yet. But I can't tell you when. I'm not going to say he could be ready for Pittsburgh. Just going to be every day. We're going to see how he progresses and make that decision, based on the day-to-day stuff, but without putting a timetable on him, so there's no pressure for him to come back and force something. We don't want that to happen.
You rebounded almost half your misses in the first half against a team that does probably the best job of the defensive glass in the league. How important was that to you getting charge of taking?
No, it's a great observation, Bob. I think we only had 10 the whole game, but we had 9 in the first half, and really very good, because possessions are hard for each offense tonight, man. And so the offensive boards gave us a little bit more. And as poorly as we shot free throws down the stretch, our kids hit big shot. Marquise's 2 free throws were huge. And then the only real bad mistake we made defensively, we know their play when we had a 6-point lead, and we know it. The whole bench is yelling at him, and they, a guy hit a 3, which is terrific. And so then it put RJ and Cam in positions to really hit some pressure free throws. And instead of having a 2-possession lead, they go to the line with a 1-possession lead, and they hit them. So that's good, really good.
Mike, you hardly substituted in the second half. You got 3, not about physical fatigue, but emotional, psychological. Your 3 freshmen are able to go up at the end of games and make plays without having had any rest. How do you develop that? How does that happen?
Well, they're mentally tough. We haven't made them mentally tough. They came here, mentally tough, and especially those 2 kids, Zion and RJ. They played at a high level of scrutiny, and we got tired. I thought they got a little tired too. I mean, it was that type of game, so we went zone a little bit, just to kind of save us, and we covered it fairly well. And, but obviously we're really tired and happy and ecstatic. But it's one of those games where that was good, and I'm tired. And I'm tired. It's a good tired, and they're terrific, and hopefully we bring the best out of each other, and so we'll have a hell of a game when we play them up there.
Mike, you mentioned scrutiny. How have you seen Zion from the time he walked on campus to now handle not just basketball development, but everything that's at?
I think to where we all should admire him, and he's such a people person. When football was still playing, if he was at a football game, he'd take time with people, and he really doesn't want a lot of attention. Obviously, he attracts a lot of attention, even for game day and that. He didn't want to do too much to separate. He didn't want to separate himself from what the other guys are doing, and the family doesn't either. So they're just good people, and he's handled it really well. He's, you guys know from being with him, he's just such an upbeat kid, and he was terrific tonight. And I really thought, although it was a lot of adversity playing Syracuse here on Monday, but he and RJ played the whole game, 45 minutes, and that helped them tonight. The fact that they did that then, and so how do you handle that? You don't handle it until you have to handle it. You can't practice that, and so the times we've won big games in our program for championship, usually our best players have to play a lot of minutes. So hopefully what they're learning right now will help them as we go forward.
You called a timeout before the under 14 timeout to set up a play, and it resulted in a Zion dunk. Did that go pretty much the way you drew it up?
Yeah, and again, things, just like when I drew plays for JJ, they work better. Part of it is making reads, and so I put from a timeout. Sometimes we'll do something just a little bit different in an alignment or whatever. Not so much call a play, but get an action going. And if they make, the more we are together, the more they understand that they can improvise a little bit. And I thought Zion made a good move off of what we set up, not necessarily what I set up. He made a good move off of what I set up, and our guys were very attentive in that regard. Even inbounding the ball late, you don't have your guard in there. It's different. Yeah.
Coach Tony said that he was surprised that you switched 1 through 5. He said he had either never seen that or hardly
Yeah,
ever
we
seen
haven't
it.
done that. That's something the last couple of days we did. We felt that we could not defend the baseline floppy curls. They're so good, and Guy is the closest that I've seen to JJ in the league. I'm not saying he's JJ, but he's close. He can hit. A lot of people can shoot turning. He can hit turning, and when you do that, so we just said, look, we're going to try to limit their open threes, and we did a really good job of that by the switching. Get beat sometimes on the handle, but they're 2-point, and so for a little bit, overall it worked better than if we did the other stuff. I'm not saying it's the cat's meow here or anything like it's the new invention, but you have to do a little bit something to, just like on offense, we haven't weaved, and we got to just to move them a little bit. So, and then we go into some just real little things. I think they helped us tonight.
Anything else, Coach?
With Zion, obviously when he came here, we all knew about the dunks, and then we kind of saw his post moves and the things he can do under the basket. Tonight, the aggression from the perimeter and the ball screens and the weave game. How much more is there with him that we haven't seen, that you've seen or?
Yeah, I think just to hone those skills at a higher level, the free throws, the shooting, you know, we want him to shoot from the outside. Tonight was not a game for that. So just keep doing, you know, he was a point guard up until 8th grade, so his handle is really good. That move he made full court when he dunked with the right hand, holy mackerel. But as amazing as that finish was, how he maneuvered, there were 4 guys. I thought for sure, oh, he's gonna lose the ball and boom, you know, boom. But he keeps it low, Luke, you know, like he defined, yeah, he's just a really unusually great player. And I've gotta keep learning, you know, so I can keep helping to give him opportunities as he grows. And how he and RJ and Cam, I thought Cam did a really good job tonight too. And look, they all played well, or else we wouldn't have won. So,
All right, thanks a lot.
okay, thank you.